Tata Motors has been attempting to climb back up that ladder where it once was perched on top of, and that began roughly about 6 months ago when they first introduced the Zest, a compact entry-level sedan. Now they followed it up with the Bolt based on the same platform, which is what we're driving here in Udaipur. So let's see if this hatchback has what it takes to heat up this segment.
The Bolt bears a strong resemblance to the Indica, and that to me is a bit disappointing because this was an opportunity to steer away from that car and Tata Motors did not seize it. Nonetheless, the Bolt is highly identifiable. The bright red shades and the strong front face give it reasonably good street presence. When we previewed this car a month ago, we saw a two-tone color interior which seemed like a fresh, energetic, youthful design element, a remarkable improvement in the segment. But that interior trim is no longer on the agenda. Tata Motors will stick to the standard black interior, which is a safe and good-looking approach, but dull if you ask me. Tata Motors, I think, should have been a bit more adventurous here in the Bolt, especially if they want to target a younger audience looking for a hot hatch. I quite like the build quality and the material quality inside the Tata Bolt. It's similar to what the Tata Zest had to offer, but it's still not 100% there. It's about 90 to 95% there, which is acceptable. But I do think Tata Motors needs to pay a little more attention. If you take a magnifying glass to this interior, there are a few flaws you will find. There are a few panel gaps, not large in terms of the gap itself, but yes, you can find some inconsistencies, and of course there are a few material flaws which you will find if you look very, very closely. But nonetheless, build quality on the whole is tremendously improved from what they used to be like in the past. Tata Motors cars in the past have faced a lot of reliability issues, and Tata Motors is definitely worked on addressing those issues. Let's see, given 6 months, probably a year down the line, just how well they fare on that aspect. The Tata Bolt will be available in several trim levels, but more importantly, it will have two engine options, a petrol and a diesel. Now, the diesel is a 75 PS 1.2 litre turbocharged unit. Unfortunately, that is not under consideration today. We have just the petrol with us to drive, and this is the 1.2 litre Revitron petrol, which we first saw on Auto Expo, and then of course it's been offered in the Tata Zest as well. You get 90 PS and 5000 RPM from this turbocharged petrol engine with about 140 Newton meters of max torque, which interestingly is available from 1500 RPM. Now, in the Zest, I did hear some comments coming about how there was some amount of turbo lag, but I've been driving the Zest and I didn't effectively see that problem there. Neither do I see that turbo lag creeping up in the Bolt as well. In urban conditions, this is an enormously torquey engine, and you can drive it very comfortably at low speeds, even in third gear, and instantaneously draw the boost that you want if you want to accelerate away from anything. Overtake something, well, just step on the gas and this car picks up instantly. It's got a very strong low end and a very strong mid-range, but torque at the top end. So on the highways, you feel a bit sluggish. It did take its time getting up to 100 kilometers per hour, but in city conditions, like I said, this car is nicely tuned for urban driving cycles. One big aspect that Tata Motors engineers have been working on effortlessly has been balancing out the ride and handling portion, and I must say the ride quality on the Bolt is superb. Definitely right up there where it should be, probably amongst the best in ride quality in the hatchback segment, or even for that matter the premium sedan segment. Ride quality definitely is remarkable, but the handling, well, I still don't think the steering to the tires to the whole way this body behaves is well, it's definitely not the best, but neither is it a middle order car in that sense. There is a tremendous amount of body roll that I get from this car. The steering, even though it's got electronic power resistance, it's still not light enough and doesn't feel too precise as well. There is a fair amount of vagueness in the steering. This car feels extremely stable. There isn't anything unreliable about it. It's completely secure as a package. Quite comfortable to drive as well. Now, since I did mention the ride quality is exemplary, it is so good that I've begun to notice some other faults. And one of these, I think, is with the seats. I'm not a big fan of the seats in the Tata Bolt, especially the driver and the passenger have yet to get to the back seat. But effectively, there isn't much under-thigh lumbar support. So driving over long distances, you are going to feel exhausted, especially since this is a manual transmission. It's not the AMT box. What Tata Motors, of course, is offering is a new infotainment system which allows you Bluetooth connectivity, and this time around in the Bolt they've added satellite navigation, so you simply have to hook it up to a cell phone. In this case it's an Android phone, and yes, thank you Tata Motors for finally being the only manufacturer to highlight Android phones, because yes, Android is taking over the world, but effectively you can now connect your Android phone to the Harman Kardon system, the Harman audio system in the Tata Bolt, and this mirrors a navigation system onto the screen and effectively guides you wherever you want to go.
Tata Motors has come a long way from the cars that it used to manufacture in the past, and in that respect the Bolt is a remarkable step up the ladder. It is a competent car, it's a nicely packaged car, and I think it has a lot of potential for the future. And come January 2015, when the Bolt is supposed to be launched, if they can get the pricing right, Tata Motors and consumers looking to invest in the Bolt are onto a winning streak.